Hello, good morning. A 15-year-old girl from Chesley Street who was injured by a paraglider in Turkey is due to have surgery on her broken back and jaw today. Police are investigating the death of a woman in her 80s who was hit by a van in South Shields. Newcastle Council looks set to retake control of some of the city's parks. More young people will be given discounted travel on public transport under new plans by the North East Mayor. Plans for a new medical school on Teesside have taken a step forward. Next, you may not have even put the Christmas decorations up yet, but Teesside Hospice is already planning ahead to the new year. And while we're in the festive spirit, a giant nativity. A frosty start this morning. I'd wrap up warm if I were with you. Here's Emma with the weather. Have a good day. Hello, good morning. Emergency crews have been dealing with a large fire in County Durham. In other news, farmers from across the region will head to Westminster today to protest against the government's changes to inheritance tax. An XL Bully dog owner from Sunderland will be sentenced after pleading guilty to an attack which left his neighbour dead. An agreement to allow Gateshead FC to have an extended lease of the International Stadium is expected to be signed off today. Fresh funding's been announced to help households across North Yorkshire with the cost of living. Many of us are waking up to frosty conditions this morning with a yellow weather warning for snow and ice for much of the region. Temperatures dropped below freezing overnight, which could cause travel disruption, particularly in rural areas. The Met Office warning's in place until mid-morning. So do take extra care and extra time if you're out and about this morning. You definitely want to wrap up warm. It's feeling really cold. Let's take a look at the weather now with Nick. I'll see you again tomorrow. Hello, good morning. The Minister for Violence Against Women and Girls says she fully supports a review which will consider increasing sentences for men whose crimes include clear misogyny. As temperatures plummet, an amber cold health alert's been issued for the North East and North Yorkshire. The number of food parcels distributed across the North East has dropped by 10% in the last 6 months. A rescue mission has been launched to help preserve Northumberland's internationally imported native crayfish population. And an iconic Tyneside lighthouse has been restored to its former glory following major repairs. Well, it's feeling really chilly out there this morning. Wrap up warm. Here's Nick with the weather. Hello, good morning. 18 people have been arrested on Teesside as part of a day of action to prevent violence against women and girls. A review of special educational needs and disability services in County Durham has found widespread failings. A £17 million investment plan is set to be approved to protect the region's rural and coastal landscapes. Northumbria Police say a crackdown on antisocial behaviour earlier this year led to a drop in incidents of almost 20%. An amber cold health alert is still in place for the North East and North Yorkshire. Inspirational children from across the region will be recognised for their bravery today. The annual pantomimes are getting underway in theatres around the region. It's not Christmas without a pantomime. Let's check the weather next with Amanda. I'll see you soon. Hello, good morning. An inquest is due to open into the death of a 10-year-old girl in North Yorkshire. Police are appealing for information after an 11-year-old girl reported being stopped by an unknown man who asked her to get into his van in Middlesbrough. Durham Town Hall will close this weekend for essential repairs. A winter lights trail in Newcastle's Leazes Park will open to the public tonight. There's a big night of boxing on the cards in the region tonight as British stars. On to football, and Championship leaders Sunderland aren't looking for excuses this weekend. And just this morning, North Shields singer-songwriter Sam Fender has announced 2 gigs in Newcastle. Well, it's still really cold out there this morning. Ross has a look at the weather for you next. Wrap up warm, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Hello, good morning. Members of the A77 action groups have met with Scotland's Transport Secretary to discuss improvements to the Dumfries and Galloway Road. In other news, people are being encouraged to share feedback on how the land which covers Craig Forest near Hoyk should be managed. More than 300 business leaders and delegates have signed up to attend a Cumbria Economic Summit in Keswick. A South of Scotland distillery is celebrating its 10th anniversary. Carlisle United manager Mike Williamson's confident that his side can continue to improve after 4 points from the last 2 games. And the pilots who'll take to the helm of Donald Campbell's Bluebird when it returns to the water have been announced. Ross has a look at the weather for you next. Still a cold one.